In just a few minutes, high school teachers here at Jarvis Collegiate are expected to be out on the street picketing. That's just before parent-teacher interviews happen tonight. I'm Cristina Howorun, and today marks the first day of a province-wide job action taken by public elementary and high school teachers. Now, classes and clubs and teams, they will all continue, but administrative work like comments on report cards and EQAO preparations, well, those have all stopped. And the parents that we've spoken to seem to be backing the teachers in their fight against the province.
They have on the bargaining table in this round of bargaining is exactly the same priorities that parents have. So they're fighting for smaller class sizes. They're fighting for not having mandatory e-learning, but a more fair and equitable e-learning plan. They're fighting to protect the full-day kindergarten.
And for a cost of living pay increase, about 2% a year versus the 1% the government is offering.
When it comes to money, I'm not the least bit embarrassed to propose that my members make, in real terms, next year, the same as they're making this year. That is, they ought to keep up with inflation.
Lynch believes that most parents are on side with educators and says she's already shipped out hundreds of support kits to parents across Ontario.
We're mailing people kits that involve, I'll show you this poster. Here's an example. It says, "We stand with teachers to reverse the cuts to public education," because taking job action and going on strike, we know that the teachers don't take this lightly, and so we want them to know that we really are in support of them and that we have their back.
In a statement, Education Minister Stephen Lecce writes, "I've been clear. I want to get deals that keep the children of this province in school. It is regrettable that ETFO and OSSTF have chosen to escalate to work to rural action, only hurting our children."
They've been very careful to aim the pressure upwards, that it's not about affecting students.
But that may not be the case forever.
We don't have infinite patience with this process because the government has already unilaterally implemented these cuts. Kids are already suffering from the cuts. They don't have access to the teachers or the support staff who help, who work face to face with some of our highest needs kids, some of our most at-risk kids.
Well, we would love to get a deal today, Thursday, or next week. But the reality of that, based on how far apart we are, I think that's extremely problematic.
If it ultimately does escalate to a full-blown strike, do you think that you'll still be standing here and supporting teachers?
If things escalate to a strike, you're going to find parents on the picket lines with teachers supporting them.
Now, both unions have several negotiating dates scheduled over the next week, but if a deal is to be reached, there's going to have to be considerable movement by both parties on this. Now, Cynthia Mulligan has been tracking the political fallout over at Queen's Park tonight, and she joins us now. Cyn?
That's right, Cristina. The work to rule by the two biggest unions for education in the province was hotly debated here at Queen's Park. And the education minister is hoping that a mediator will resolve this before the EQAO tests are put in jeopardy in January. And I asked him if he would consider once and for all putting an end to any kind of labor unrest. Minister, how long would you let a work to rule linger or escalate? Would you consider back to work legislation?
Yeah, we're not there yet. I think it's regrettable that teachers have opted to escalate. Teachers' unions, I should be clear, have opted to escalate, and really because we know that these escalation approaches really impact our kids. When you withdraw service in the context of providing substantive analysis on a student's performance on a report card, that hurts children. When you are not investing in mathematics and numeracy competency, that hurts kids at a time that they need that most.
What's affecting students is cuts to education, and the fact that this government refuses to take those things off the table and ensure that kids have a quality public education here in our province.
Class sizes, they're going to be 28, now they're 25. Local priorities fund, we're going to take it away. No, we're going to put it back. Oh, we have a bargaining team at the table, and we're going to give you a proposal. Oh, just a second, we're taking the proposal back, we're changing the bargaining team. I don't trust the government because they don't have a plan for education.